Hello everyone, it's nice to be back and it's nice to be here again. I hope you've been doing well in your daily activities, and I have been too. So today we want to talk about building. As you saw prior, that was a building that we're trying to construct. But first and foremost, I'll show you how it started. I'll show you the process of doing this, the previous house that you saw, and how we can achieve this. So right now I'm at the farm, and this place where I've planted some sweet potatoes, and as you can see, I'm trying to figure out how I want the building to look. So I brought my fundi with me and somebody to help me see how I can construct a house at this point. So first and foremost, what we need to do when you're going to do a building, and this is general learning, that you get a place, you get a location, you identify a location and what you're gonna build there, and which kind of space you need, or how much space you need for the building that you want. So in this case, I'm going to build like a kiosk, or like a shop building, where I'm targeting to have 3 doors, and I have to measure. We have a road on the upper side, and then I have to measure how much of this portion of sweet potatoes I want to take away for the building. And as we do that, we have to do a lot of consideration: which kind of building, which kind of shop, how big they want to be, and where will be the entrance, because we have a fenced garden here. As you can see, we have there's a main road on the other side, and then we have a farm here. So we have to put it in a way that the entrance is easier to reach the shops, but not to reach the farm behind the shops. So as we were doing this, we also talked about what is advisable, or which space or how big we should actually have it, and therefore we do some measuring, and we talk and try to calculate what is the best alternative, not just so that we don't regret what we are going to do. So as we do this is all in the process of, actually we call it assessing the location. We have to assess it and know what we are getting. So after doing that, I went and decided that I need to think of, or I didn't decide actually, I already thought the materials that I needed. And one of the materials that we need, or we're gonna need very fast, is the stones that we usually do to fill after the digging has been done for the construction. And I have the best company ever. I usually like to have sometimes I surround myself with kids, because it just brings back good memories. So we were picking stones as we make stories, as we sing, and we dance at the same time. It was not like a child labor thing, but it's just like bonding with the kids that are around me, to get to know what they think, to get it not so formal. You can have very important conversation when the surrounding is not so formal. So I like to do that with the kids a lot, and sometimes I go for a walk with them too. But when they tell you things and they don't concentrate so much, you don't look straight into their eyes, you get a lot out of the kids. And after that, we go to our manual. We are deep in the rural, and everything we do manually. So we collected a lot of stones, and these stones have to come from where we go collecting them to where the building is gonna go. And these are some of the this is one of the mode of transport that I have, my motorbike that I go around with. I cruise the village with them. So the guys are helping me bring the stones from up the mountain back to the site, the building site where we are gonna build our shop. Right now we have not started yet, but we are collecting the materials. We are assembling what we need, so that when we start building, the building goes very fast. So the most difficult one was probably assembling enough stones to fill in the foundation. So that's the one that we started with. That's why I was collecting the stones. And then after that, I'm gonna go to different parts. I'm gonna go find the sand. And one of the things that I do so that I get cheap labor is I try to find the source of things. If I have time and opportunity, I go to where the building materials are sourced from. Like sand, I go to the river. I talk to the guys collecting the sand from the river. I hear the prices. We can talk about transportation. and then I get a better price than when I go to a finished place where, I buy from third, fourth party. So this way I get it easier. So because of that, I also went to assemble for bricks. And I drove like 2 hours from my home to go to this place that they make bricks. This is the factory of bricks, actually. And here also I learned a lot of things. I saw how they dig the soil, how they mix it, how they do it, how they form it. And we have different types of bricks, the prices. So the benefits of coming here is you learn a lot too. Like we had a guy that was just taking me around and showing me different types of bricks, what has happened, the process of it. Like if you can see from the video, you can see that there's a lot of piles, different piles. So he was telling me that the ones that have dried are put into a certain way. Then there's when they burn them, there's a process that it takes. Some of them does not come like quality, and therefore you can see they've separated the ones that were not good enough, put them on the other side, and then they choose the better ones to sell. These ones that are not good, that were already burnt but was not so good, can be burnt again when they try the next round, so that they can get to the process. So after mixing the soil and the water and forming them, they are left for a period of time to dry, so that you can get the best result. This is so that when they first start to burn the bricks, it becomes of good quality. So it's left to dry for some days, some months, and then later on they will like fire it up, and the final results are the bricks that we use to build. This was a huge place. It's somewhere deep down, deep in Kisii. It's in Kisii land. Here is in Kisii land, and you see the small water that you see, the water bodies there. They dig. Those are the places that they've dug, and if it rains, it collects water, and then it's easier for them to make the bricks out of this one. So they just dig and make bricks from these small places. This like a small well, you can see that one, like a bed there. That is where they do the formation. I mean the soil that they're using to form the bricks. So after they showed us around, we went and chose the bricks that we wanted, and therefore there were a group of guys that were packing them, or rather not packing, throwing them I don't know how to call this, but putting them in the lorry. Now I like how coordinated they are. There are some people outside that throws to the people inside, and then they calculate. As they throw, they calculate it. And then it took us back. We took them back home. And there was this small guy that was so the small boy there. He was really enjoying it. It was on a weekend, so he's going to school, but he likes to do this when he's not at school. So we came back home, and they delivered. They got their money, and they went back to their where they came from. But as they do this, now they are at my compound. As they do this, or rather my farm, they count so that we know exact amount of bricks we have bought. Now now we start the process of building. So the guys have already dug the foundation, and after digging the foundation, they do something that is called blinding. If I name it correctly, this is where they make sure that we have the best foundation. They fill in, first and foremost, they mix sand and cement and water. They do a proper mix, and some kokoto. What is kokoto in English? It's the small stones that they concrete. Yes, I've got the nice. They mix sand, concrete, cement, and water at a particular ratio, and then they fill in the gaps where they have built the foundation, so that we get a proper foundation that is very strong. So they start with that. That you see, as you can see, that's the heap of soil that they've removed from these places that they are building. This is the foundation they are making, a layout of what is going to be built. So they have to start from there. Otherwise, thank you very much for staying up to this is the first part. I'm gonna show you the process until we reach our goal, and thank you for staying here. Please look forward to the next part 2 is coming soon. Join us as we start part 2. Subscribe, like, share, and see you soon in the next video. Please stay tuned. Bye bye everyone.